Well, hello there. Good afternoon. My name is Don Bob. Welcome to CultureShare. CultureShare, highlighting the cultures of Africa, the Americas, and the Caribbean. It's Saturday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's your time to enjoy the best in Caribbean rhythms. Why don't you get on the phone, call your best friend, and tell them to switch their television on to channels 44 or 54, whichever you receive, wherever you're located, and then sit back and relax. And over the next hour, we'll enjoy the best in Caribbean rhythms, like I said a short while ago. Now, among our stars appearing this afternoon would be Explorer, T-Bird, and of course Denise Plummer. We'd also be having an interview, an informative interview that is, and it would be with members of the Grenada Carriacou and the Petit Martinique International Guardians. But as I said, the emphasis is on the music, so why don't you join me and welcome at this time on our program, Explorer.
I want to be a calypso king, ruling a kingdom with peace and love. Yes, I want to see my subjects dance and play. I want to see them whine and break away. I want to see them living free, enjoying life naturally. I want them play their mass, and love me grass, to jump and sing, and do their thing, Calypso people, all are we from Africa, calypso. So people, all are we from Africa, calypso people, all are we should unite together. I want to be a natural man, I want to be a true West Indian. All me women loving me and treating me like a king, I tell you. I want to see me children dance and play. I want to see me women break away. I want to see them living free, enjoying true liberty. I want to play their mass, and love me brass, to jump and sing, and wind they fling, Calypso people, all are we from Africa, calypso people, all are we should love one another, calypso people, all are we from Africa, calypso people, all are we should unite together. I want to see black children free from starvation and misery, I tell you. I want to see black people break away. I want to see we live a better way. I want to see we living free with black pride and dignity. I want we play we mass, and love we grass, to jump and sing, and do we thing, Calypso people, all are we from Africa, calypso people, all are we should love one another, calypso people, all are we from Africa, calypso people, all are we should unite together. People free from oppression and slavery, I tell you. I want to see we free South Africa, black people uniting together. I want the freedom bell to ring and hear all Africans sing. I want we play we mass, and love we grass, to jump and sing, I'm free at last, Calypso people, all are we from Africa.
Nice song, wonderful lyrics. It's called Natural Man. Our next star on the program is one of the soca practitioners who has been making sure that he gets the message across. T-Bird hails from St. Vincent, and over the past 3 years since he's been singing and recording, he's made sure that there's always a message in his music. Please join me and welcome on Culture Share this afternoon, T-Bird doing one for you.
I had my eyes on you. You were looking so special, dressed in your fancy suit. But I noticed you're not dancing with any of the men who asked you to. I don't mean to be rude, I don't mean to be fresh, but this is a pet. We come here to party, we come here to dance, we come here to get down, we come here to prance, we come here to free up we mind, have a good time, get up and step, until we met. We come here to party, we come here to dance. Buzzing sound of calypso captivates your mind. The rhythm and tempo makes you want to whine. Let the music fill your body to create movement from head to foot. This is no fashion show. We are here on the go, so get up and dance. We come here to party, we come here to dance, we come here to get down, we come here to friends, we come here to free up we mind, have a good time, get up and step, until we when we come here to party, we come here to dance. Suddenly a man came up to her and took her by the hand. He led her to the dance floor and they started to jam. She turned then and looked at me And then she told me with a smile, she said, this is my man, I don't need no other man when it's time to jam. We come here to party, we come here to dance, we come here to get down, we come here to friends, we come here to free up we mind, have a good time, get up and bet. Until we wet, we come here to party, we come here to dance, we come here to party, we come here to dance, we come here to get down, we come here to friends, we come here to free up we mind, have a good time, get up and bet. Until we wet, we come here to party, we come here to dance.
What we want to do now is take a look at memories of Trinidad's Carnival and look forward to Trinidad's 1991 Carnival. Yes, you heard me right. Although it is now October and the Trinidad's Carnival comes up on February 11th and the 12th next year, 1991 of course, lots of Calypsonians are here in New York in the United States recording their albums for Trinidad and Tobago's 1991 Carnival. Some have already completed their albums and others are doing it down in Trinidad and Tobago. But right after Carnival, what we find is that most of the Calypsonians come to North America. We're talking about Toronto, Montreal, here in New York, and of course they're playing many clubs. Here in New York, they're playing Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan, wherever. What we want to do now is highlight some of the activities that took place during the 1990 Carnival season. Right after the Carnival, we had lots of Calypsonians coming up here and performing, and we want to look at what happened at one particular club in Brooklyn. This was the Golden Pavilion, and the artist is Denise Plummer.
Without the man with the needle, spinning my energy. There on the turntable, Lord, where will I be? And it's audience, remember when you sitting down with your pen, you can't get nowhere. If them DJ don't play. Thank you, say thank you to Mr. DJ. Take the soca high, take the salsa high, take the reggae high, people getting high. Mama up, oh yo, mama up, oh yo, mama up, oh yo, mama up, oh yo. Hey! Viva! 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 Sitting down in my house and I turn on my radio, just in time to hear the last words of my calypso. Then it dawned on me, so much people follow me, this thing could never happen just so. If it wasn't for the DJ on the radio, DJ take me high, take the people high, watch me soil high, and I jumping high. Mama oh yo, mama oh yo. dance all night in a fete. Well, all they're interested in is to jump and get soaking wet. Little do they know, the DJ said to show up along your soul with a heart attack. No DJ is a no party and a top. Take the soca high, take the salsa high, take the reggae high, people getting high. Mama oh, whoa whoa yo, mama oh, whoa whoa yo, mama oh, whoa whoa yo, mama oh, whoa whoa yo. Viva, viva, viva. Jump, jump. When on Carnival Day, everybody breaking away. Check them for proper battery, banana and Labor Day. It's radio the whole world over playing sweet soca when you're jumping up like a pet chocolate. If the DJ man sending everybody, my DJ take me high, take the people high, watch me style high, and I jumping high. Mama oh, whoa yo, mama oh, whoa yo, whoa yo, mama oh, whoa yo. Hey, viva, viva, viva. Yeah, I wanna hear you, baby. Let's go. You give me something right there. Ooh. Who looking good? Who looking good? You looking good? That your daddy? He pointing at his daddy, boy. Daddy said, oh God, no. I'm looking for a man. Come. You in the white hat. Come to me, darling. Come to me, Dudu. Just come to me. Any man, you coming? Oh God, he looking good. Come on, give him some encouragement, Dudu. That's his father. That is man's father. Come up. Stand up. Come to me. Woo, boy. Okay, darling. Don't get nervous. All you have to do is anything I tell you to do, okay? Very easy. Ready? You ready now? Give me G. Give me G. Give me G. Dance for your lover, do dance for your lover. Dance, dance, dance for your lover. Dance for your lover, do dance for your lover. Dance, dance, dance for your lover. Wine for your lover, do wine for your lover. Wine, wine, wine for your lover. Wine for your lover, do wine for your lover. Wine, wine, wine for your lover. Sing for your lover, do sing for your lover.
Whoa, what's it? Oh, raise it.
Sing for your lover, do sing for your lover.
Oi, raise it. Oi, raise it.
Not now, mister, I'm busy now. Not now, mister, it's party now. If you have something to tell me later. If you have something to give me later. Don't bother me now. Don't bother me. Don't hassle me now. Don't hassle me. Carnival fever, body on fire. I go see you later, you alligator. Hey! Thank you, darling. Happy Father's Day. Let's do it. There's nothing to it. Let's do it. There's nothing to it. Hey. All right. Woman, you.
Wonderful performance there by Miss Denise Plummer, and that, by the way, was done at the Golden Pavilion. Okay, right now we want to rock and bring you some real ranking reggae music. The #1 concert for 1989 was Reggae Sting 89. That show, which was held in Jamaica, was transmitted via satellite live to the United States and Canada, with over 30,000 people attending in Jamaica. Among the major stars were Gregory Isaacs, Dennis Brown, Barrington Levy, among others. And right now, what we want to do is show you some of the performances. Let us look at Mr. Barrington Levy this time.
Now step up, all Jamaicans, because out of many we are one. Now come down, Mr. Music. Everybody know, come down, come down, come down, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Jungle Bangladesh showers, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Coming up, get up for the guys who get rich and go sweet. Get up for the guys who get rich and go sweet. Cause the same man your boss and you way up. Same man your boss and you way down. The hardest fall is when you drop to the ground. All of your friends, them are call you clown. Cause when you have money, you're there at top 10. When your money done, you not have no brethren. You're stranded like Glen round a top bird bed. Come Mr. Levy, you have to come again. Yes, today, begin to run. And you down, even have the key to you one of you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J. Every passing on, come down, come down, come down, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Jungle Bangladesh showers, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Coming up, get up for the guys, we get rich and go switch. Get up for the guys, we get rich and go switch. But the same man your boss, and you way up. Same man your boss, and you way down. Hardest fall is when you drop to the ground. All of your friends, them call you clown. Cause when you have the money, you're the top 10. When your money done, you don't have no brethren. Started like Glen round a top bird bed. I'm Mr. Levy, you have to come again. Come down, come down, come down, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Jungle Bangladesh showers, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Cause today, you're a happy man. And tomorrow will bring you sorrow. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J. Everybody know, come down, come down, come down, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Jungle Bangladesh showers, come down. Fire pumps and pride. Take it on low. Take it on low. Will every one of you have a happy Christmas? I can't hear you, so like you never have a happy Christmas. Did you all? Well, I wish you all the best for the New Year's. And this song that I'm going to sing for you now, originally done by Mr. Andy. She doesn't want me around. She's got something to hide. She always saying we were meant to be. Somehow she thought I'll be her clown. But this is what I say: to experience, to be taken for a stroll. To experience someone to rock and roll. To experience, to be taken for a ride. And I know it's not my foolish pride. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Double-a-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah. Take it on low. How you feeling out there? Hear this. Went away to a far, far land. Spent some time in New York. Most of my time in England. Now welcome back to my borderland. Come from England to make some vibes, just to keep my fans alive. But the vibes they're teaching me, that don't write in my book. Yes, the vibes they teaching me that don't write in my book like no put it down, put them nowhere. No put it the ladder with them I say. Don't bend down, just put them to the ground. Pass on the come and the girls them funny. One time, teach the youths them how to live. Teach the youths them how to survive. Hold your corner, save your life, and that's no jive. So they used to make a living by selling some stars, while some make a living wiping down cars. Can't you see the times we're living in? The people are suffering. Don't teach me nothing, just teach me something. Don't teach me nothing, just teach me something. Hold your corner, save your life, and that's no jive. My earth, my earth.
Mr. Barrington Levy there, and of course we want to say thanks to the folks at Reggae Video Express for making that tape available to us. Later on in our program we'll be having a performance by Freddie McGregor, and I should add that Barrington Levy until a few weeks ago had the #1 song in New York. No doubt you'd have known about it, and you heard him do just about a verse or two there. That was Too Experienced. Right now, like I said at the start of our program, we would have an interview for you, and that interview would be informative. We have with us two members of the Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique International Guardians. We have the President, Mr. George Antoine, and the Vice President and Public Relations Officer, Dr. Michael Jeffries. Well, we spoke to both gentlemen, and the first question I did put out was to the President, Mr. George Antoine. The question was, what did the name Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique International Guardians stand for?
It's been quite some time, I would say approximately a year since this organization has been around. And the name, as it implies, is an organization which embodies every Grenadian, Carriacou and Petit Martinique people, wherever they are, Grenada, America, Canada, England. We look at the situation in Grenada and we thought one of the ways we can best help to create some form of what you would call semblance in Grenada is to bring as many people as we can, Grenada nationals, wherever they are, together to work for the common good of Grenada at home. Wherever there is a problem, let's see how we can redivert our resources back into Grenada to help, because we feel for too long now that the resources of Grenada in terms of the brain power and natural resources, whatever little we have been drained. So the time has come for us to redivert. And the only way we can do it is to look at it in a very neutral way, not as a separate entity, or I would say not as a special interest group, but an organization where everybody can work together regardless of his affiliation, political or otherwise.
You know, many organizations, once they're formed, and this is not just unique to Grenada, but to all the other Caribbean islands, once an organization is formed, it comes up with a number of goals, aims, and aspirations, but then somewhere along the line, things tend to fall down. How do you intend to achieve your goals?
Well, we intend to do that by seeking the support and the confidence of as many Grenadians as we possibly can. But one of the things that we are very conscious about is proper planning. We believe if we plan properly, if we have a blueprint, we can convince people as to what we would like to achieve and what role we would like them to play, and show them how we can all benefit by it and work together, we feel that our aspiration can be reached and our goals can be successful.
I see. I'd like to bring in Mr. Michael Jeffrey here, Vice President and Public Relations Officer. What are some of the plans you've got in the pipeline for the organization?
While the organization has been in existence for approximately 1 year, we have been focusing primarily in areas where we think is very, very, very important and unique to many Grenadians, Carriacouians and Petit Martiniquans. The area in question particularly is a medical emergency fund for Grenada. In years gone by, many Grenadians, Carriacouians and Petit Martiniquans have been in need of medical help or medical care in Grenada. And sometimes if the care is available, most of the Grenadians or some Grenadians are not in a position to pay for the health care. As a result, Grenadians go abroad, the United States, England, and Canada, to get this type of help. But sometimes the financial burden is so great that those said Grenadians who are in dire need are not in a position to pay for the health care. As a result, people from different sectors, different communities have to go around begging, asking other people for help to defray the costs of the medical operation or whatever the illness. As a result, this organization feels very deeply that we can be that primary organization focusing on healthcare in terms of having funds available to assist Grenadians, Caricunians, and Piti Martinicans in that particular area.
This medical emergency fund that you've just mentioned, how do you intend to fund this fund?
We have approximately, my figures might be wrong, but we have approximately 20,000 to 30,000 Grenadians in the New York metropolitan area. And what we are saying, the resources are here. The brains, the academics, the financial people, the medical people are here, so all the resources necessary to fund such a project is available. So we are in touch with doctors, lawyers, medical people, psychotherapists, psychologists, nurses, etc. And what we intend to do, based on the 20,000 or 30,000 Grenadians who are in New York, we are asking Grenadians not to donate $5 a month. We are saying, if we have 20,000 Grenadians, we are asking you for $1. Mm-hmm. And if every I cannot see any Grenadian who would object to donating $1 for such a cause that is so needed at a time like now.
How do you intend to reach out to the Grenadians who are scattered throughout the metropolitan?
As a matter of fact, we are in the process of obtaining what you call a list of names of Grenadians across the diaspora, so to speak. And we'll try to reach them by whatever means available. Sometimes we'll be sending mails to them. We'll contact them by phone. And on a monthly basis, we'll keep in touch with Grenada. As a matter of fact, we are in touch with nearly every Grenadian organization already in the New York metropolitan area. They are very much aware of what we are doing and our intentions.
Michael Jeffrey, the Vice President and the Public Relations Officer of the Grenada, Carriacou and Piti Martinique International Guardians, along with the President, Mr. George Antoine, here on Culture Share. What we'll be doing, we'll be serializing that interview, and as such, we'll be bringing you the second part next week on Culture Share. Be sure to join us then. We'll be right back.
You've got to give
you got to give it up. I wanna make sweet love to you tonight, girl. While we toss and turn in bed, words of love will be said. Open your heart and your mind, baby, you'll find I'm so in love with you. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Oh, baby. Girl, I'm so in love with you. Oh, sugar. You've got to give it up. You know you've got to love. You've got to give it up. Wanna make sweet love to you tonight, girl. You got to give it up, but come on, girl, you got to give it up. You know you've got to love. Give it up, you got to give it up, but come on, girl, you got to give it up. Wanna make sweet love to you tonight, girl. Hey, baby, listen to me. Let me be the one who makes this love and feel so, ooh, so good yet to the point. Let's make this an experience. I can love you more than you could imagine. There's nothing better than having someone you really love and loves you in return. Baby, it's time. Tremendous vibe, baby, all over my body. Girl, it gives me such a thrill. I wanna satisfy all your needs, baby. The depth of your love I'm gonna feel, girl. Give it up, yeah. I wanna give it up, girl. I wanna love you, girl. Yeah. Let me love you, girl. Yeah. Are you gonna give it up? Yeah. Can you give it up, girl? I wanna love you, girl. Yeah. You make me wanna scream. Yeah, baby, I'm feeling good. While we toss and turn in bed, words of love will be said. Open your heart and your mind, baby, you'll find I'm so in love with you. Give it up.
The group has sung that advice, doing their hit single there for you, I'm Gonna Love You, Girl. And now, how about some steel band? You know, as we mentioned, there are many groups from the Caribbean. You would have heard us talking about this during our interview about 10 minutes ago on this program. There are many groups from the Caribbean with different aims and aspirations. One such group comes out of Trinidad and Tobago. The group I'm talking about is called Sesame Flyers. And with their motto, love a kid today and every day, they're proving that. Let us look at Sesame Flyers Incorporated Steel Orchestra featuring nothing else but the kids. Sesame Flyers Incorporated and their Youth Steel Orchestra there for you on Culture Share. If it's one thing we can rest assured about is that the pan, which was invented during the 20th century, as a matter of fact, it's the only instrument to have been invented in the 20th century, would be with us for a long, long time, because as the kids come up, they make sure they get involved with some pan music. Early on in our program, we did promise you that we'd bring you some more rocking vibrations from Sting 89 through the courtesy of Reggae Video Express. And we did promise you that we'd be bringing you Freddie McGregor. Coming up next, we have Freddie McGregor during Sting 89, where he was joined on stage by Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaacs as they sing for you. Have a look.
Come along, yes, we're sailing tonight. Come along, we're gonna make it alright. Whoa, whoa, say that big ship come sailing on the ocean. Tonight we don't need no commotion. Oh my gosh. Say when I'm ready, you better hold on steady. We're moving up at lightning speed, yes. Take a seat, just wait till I'm ready. Let me have the old stadium sing this one, come on, cause big ship sailing on the ocean. Tonight we don't need no promotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Get ready, cause we're moving. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Sail all the way to the stadium tonight. Big ship sailing on the ocean. There is that time when the sea gets rough, the wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. What are you doing, brother man? Sit down, hold on tight, get ready cause we're sailing. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Tonight we don't need no promotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Sail all the way ocean. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Sail on, big ship. Sail on, big ship. I'm sailing, I'm sailing, I'm sailing. I'm sailing across the ocean. Oh gosh.
When I'm ready, you must hold on steady. We're moving on at lightning speed, yeah. Ship sailing on the ocean.
Tonight we don't need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean.
Sail on, sail on, sail on.
Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa. Oh yes, we're sailing. Oh yes, we're sailing. Oh yes, we're sailing. Oh yes, we're sailing. Rastafari.
Freddie McGregor, and there he's joined by Gregory Isaacs, Dennis Brown, and of course Barrington Levy, and that came from Reggae Sting 89, brought to you through the courtesy of Reggae Video Express. Alright, right now before we go out, let's have some sweet soca vibrations. It's the first time I'm having the opportunity of having this lady on my particular show, Culture Share, and I want you to join me in welcoming at this time out of Barbados and St. Vincent, one of the greater female performers of our times, Miss Anis Carew.
I'm stepping out to
Hey, I'm sure we all like that feeling with Miss Anis Guru here on Culture Share. But it's that time once again when we have to say so long. I'm Don Bob on behalf of General Ben Productions, inviting you to keep those cultural fires burning and join us again next Saturday at 1 o'clock when for another hour it would be nothing but the best on Culture Share. I'd see you then.